welcome to a really compelling matchup that almost has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. Two stars colliding here. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona. This is Mountain America Stadium, the home field of the Arizona State Sun Devils. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Sun Devils will kick this away to get us going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Furtado. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And there's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. Both teams settling in, looking to set the tone here, Kirk, in a game where there's a lot at stake for both teams coming in.
Yeah, both these teams realize this is a key game in the grand scheme of things. Late in the year like this, a winner may be able to look back at this as a game being the reason they finish strong and make a big push to those bowl games around New Year's.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
A lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum that comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to Ulrich.
Breaks a tackle in the clear now. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Grab behind the line, it's Furtado. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for lost yardage.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Now they call a run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The Hurricanes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. And now the handoff. Well, there's the stiff arm. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass this time. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Boy, if he just would have been able to catch the ball in this drag route, there's a ton of space ahead of him. It's an unfortunate drop here for the offense.
That's reeled in. It's Hurtado. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the handoff. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him at the 38. Solid game. Nice play there.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And at first down, they go right back to him. That's a strong stiff arm. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
What a job by this back. Keep moving those legs, and he picks up big yards. The defender's just bouncing off of him. Nobody wraps him up. And look at all the yards he picks up.
After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, ASU.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Hurtado. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
There's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13.
Handoff to the right side. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Canes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Has the 1st down and more. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
He'll hand it off.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. The Canes are going to keep this drive rolling.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And on the carry, he's heading left. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. It's a blitz look here from the defense. The back's got it. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Gift to the offense with the offsides makes it 1st and 5. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry up. Ball handed off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
What a play by this defender to step in and swat that deep ball away.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. On the move now. It's another deep shot. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. On first down, it's play action. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaks free. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, this running back is fun to watch, isn't he, Chris? After that run, he's now over the century mark on the day. What an afternoon he's enjoying.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Breaks into the clear. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time, just a few on the play.
Defense does a really nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that one.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And he's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Canes looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
Second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Hurricanes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The ball's loose. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, that's where you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. 4th down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back, and the back doesn't hesitate at all. He's able to convert and pick up that nice 1st down.
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And they'll set up with a PA2. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. On the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. To bootleg here. Looking to scramble. Catch made on the right side. And he'll be brought down. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Ball handed off. And that's good for a 1st down near the 40. The Sun Devils will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Takes off in a bootleg. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
This is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner. Got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. And the Sun Devils are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the grab on the move. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The Sun Devils will line up now. It's 1st and goal. He keeps it on the design run. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona State.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. You have enough guys that can cover. The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And he'll set up to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And it's a direct snap. Stop for no gain, and that'll be the final play of the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away to get us going in the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And he's got it again. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Looking to pass here on second down. With the catch, it's Hicks. Breaks loose at the 40. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
And the Sun Devils line up with a first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out of the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Getting closer, but now it's third down. Can they punch it in from the 2? That's a design quarterback keeper. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback. If you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
Next extra point puts them in front by 1. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after he's scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. He'll hand it off. Fighting him off. Passes the 40. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time. The Canes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Okay, here comes the hurry up. This is what they love to do. They get a big gain on the ground, hurry up into position, and go right back at that defense again.
The game makes it second and medium. They're going to run it. Look out, room to run here. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Miami. And that will give them the lead now.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if his defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Empty set as they try for the two-point conversion. Design quarterback run. And they'll run it into the end zone so they go up by a touchdown here. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Back comes the Arizona State offense out of the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They stop it, but it's a first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep to the right side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. Off target with the throw. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Parker. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. And the Sun Devils looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route, and I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
Makes a quick grab. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
We are in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
It's a toss to the left side. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
On third down, he drops to throw. On the move now. Looking for 6. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
That is the absolute worst thing to do right now in this situation. Working with the lead, you stop the clock, and you lose yardage. That's not a recipe for success late in the game. You've got to be able to find a way to keep the ball in bounds while keeping it on the ground.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Oh, he's bringing it back. Inside the touchdown, ASU. The defense gets involved in the scoring.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And FPHC gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They'll hand it off. He finds some space. Here he goes. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And now from the pistol formation. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He escapes the pocket. Little floater there, but it falls incomplete.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. He makes the grab. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Looking deep downfield with the left. And it's caught inside the 10. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
No gain makes it second and goal from the 9. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Moves out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball is right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on fourth down.
Grinding away on the ground. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter to stop him for a loss.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Here's the handoff. They tackle him about the 14.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. And there's the handoff. Breaks an open space. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And now the handoff. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Sticking with the running game. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Rolling the dice a bit, up 1 possession and going for it on 4th down. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll avoid a tackle there with a slide. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late.
They're now 3 for 3 on these 4th down conversions. Been a big factor in extending the drives and wearing down this defense, and a big reason they have the lead.
There's the handoff. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
2nd and short. This offense can keep this up. They're going to wrap the game up comfortably. Keeping it on the ground here. Powerful running here. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Hands off to the left. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Oh, this defense, if there's any chance of getting back in this game, you can't give up a big game like this on first down.
He'll hand it off. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Wow, I cannot believe they're still out there running the football, but hey, they're competing. I would have probably taken a knee, but these guys are still out there executing. Results a touchdown as time expires.
That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love